comment. I love your entire display behind you. It's
I know.
Christmas in the Ravenclaw.
Oh,
Comment
this
room.
makes me proud.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you can't. I have to have colour. It's got to be done. You can't just. Us Harry Potter people have got to have some colour and lots of displays. Sure. It's got to be done.
And like, I want to like zoom in. I'm like, what?
I know, like, so you've got your wands and like replicas.
I've got all my pins. You can just about see it there. I've got a whole pin shelf, but my Yule Ball shelf, and then you've got, this is Newt Scamander inside his suitcase, and then just above there, you can see inside Queenie and Tina's bedroom with the Niffler. And then you've got the potions cupboard here, potions classroom with Snape just here. Yeah. And then you have, obviously, Gringotts vault. I've got to have some sparkle. I am a proper Niffler. So we have Gringotts vault with my Niffler and all galleons and so on. Anything shiny. There's a few of your items in there as well. And I've got the prophecy room from the Ministry of Magic up here. So it's each one has a theme. It's got to. I can't just be normal. See, I have to do things just completely different to everyone else. It's got to be done.
I love it. Is this on your channel? Like, do you have like a full like?
Yeah, I've got a whole tour of it when I first did it, because it's lockdown started in March here, and because of lockdown I thought, you know what, I really wanted to change them. They were white, they were plain. There's a lot of people that have white shells, which is absolutely fine, but I'm not one for following trends, so I had to change everything. I wanted the idea of having different themes, and of course I've got such a big collection anyway, so try and find nice places to put my items. It literally took me from March to August to finish, and I did a big reveal then where everyone on my all my people watching said Lumos Maxima, and then the lights came on, so it was exciting. It was a really good time seeing it all finished. It was hell, but I loved every second of it. It sounds really silly, but I did.
I'm like, it's so clever. I would have never even thought to do like, it's your little movie scenes. It's amazing.
Yeah, little best parts, and right at the top, you've got Umbridge.
The Umbridge?
Oh my gosh,
Umbridge
is that Hagrid or no? What's that?
No, this is Philosopher's Stone. The tasks they had to do to get the Philosopher's Stone. So underneath in the dungeons, you've got the Devil's Snare, flying keys, the chess pieces, and then you've got the Mirror of Erised with the Philosopher's Stone inside. And then this is, I love Rita Skeeter. So I had to have a Rita Skeeter shelf. But I love the fact that you've got a bright pink one there and a really bright green one that side. Yes. So it's properly just got all out with colour. I have to have colour.
Are you a Ravenclaw?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I am absolutely, and blue's my favourite colour.
Well, I'm excited to
be
here.
First of all, I have to say thank you very much again for doing this, considering we've literally kind of organised this in the last couple of hours. But I would like to congratulate you at being the first winners of the Wizardry Subscription Box of the Year Awards. You actually had 43% of the votes.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's crazy. It's mad. There was eight subscription boxes that were listed in total, and to have 43% of when there's been 8 participants is absolutely insane. So congratulations, your award is on its way to you. I'd love to ask you. I didn't know. It's tiny. It's meant to be bigger than this, but it's a little tiny award.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. So cute.
It obviously says on it you've got the 2020 Wizardry Subscription Box of the Year award winners, and then you've got the 3 stars, which obviously represent Harry Potter. But it's also what's my tattoo's about as well on the side there, because I love it always. So that is your trophy on its way to you. So I'll have to pinch the address from your PA or whoever I can get it from to send that to you. That would be brilliant to be able to give that to you and see it maybe displayed somewhere would be wonderful, even though it's only small.
No, that'd be great. I'm so excited.
I was like,
this has never been done before, so no one's ever done a subscription kind of like a best of 20, a best of Wizardry, so it's quite surprising considering there's quite a few out there at the moment. So
there really is. When we started, there kind of wasn't anything like it. We wanted to start right at the beginning. It was Kelly's idea. And she's like, I feel like I really want to go on a journey through all these crates. And as always, Kelly will come up with an idea and I'm just like, I'm on board, let's do it. So she didn't have, I didn't have to like put up much of a fight, or she didn't have to defend it much. We just jumped in, and then a lot of them kind of did start popping up, and it's fun because there's just so much to say in the series. So you can create so many great products from it.
Well, this is another one of my questions actually. I've been doing subscription unboxings for a couple of years now, and my first LitJoy box was actually the most recent one, the Magical Alley that I've done of yours. Oh. And your items are on a level I have never seen ever before. The quality, the presentation, the individuality of the items compared to other boxes just blew me away. How have you kind of become so far up from all the other subscription boxes out there? Because even though they're brilliant, yours are a completely other level. Sorry. Yours is amazing.
So there's been quite the progression of our magical from, was it 4 years ago when we did our first one, or year one? There was a couple magical crates out there, right? It's like, that's who it is. That's who I'm like, that's the only thing I'd seen. Subscription boxes were very like, this is what you get every month. And it was like young adult books, things like that. And we were like one of the first that were like, also as a separate item, what about this? That's not part of our subscription, you know? So we started like that. It was just me and Alix running the show, all of it. The year one crate, we literally made like, less than 200.
No, there was like 120 people who bought it.
Yeah. So it's
it's grown a lot, but it was not the crate that you just got. It definitely started from humble beginnings.
Yeah, and so I'm like, when I think about the arc of the 4 years from where we started to where we are, because I told Alix literally the day when we were handwriting things and doing things for that first crate, I'm like, do you think there's any way we're gonna get to year 7? Like, honestly, like, this is just a pipe dream that I'm happy to like keep riding the train on, but let's just be realistic. And we were like, who knows, because we had just launched that year and we didn't know it was going to take us. And so when we finished our 7.2 crate this spring, right, I think I was crying at some point to like the whole team. I was just like, we did it, like it was this dream that we had 4 years ago, and everyone in our team participated in it. It was just such a wonderful conclusion. With that said, when we finished doing all the years, it was very fun to be able to do any theme we wanted in the magical world, And so we've been sitting on these, I feel like for almost 2 years, like the ideas of all of these fun things that we're doing now in our quarterly crates. It's because, we had such a game plan outline of what needed to happen for each year, which was great. But now that we have this freedom to do all the different things, it's been really, really fun to curate. And we also knew that the packaging was a huge deal. Like, that's so important to the whole magical world. Everything is like the presentation, the packaging, So
that's a big thing for me.
Finding our 2 artists, David and Tim Byrne, has been amazing. That's who does our box and theme art, as well as all of our packaging, things like that. I don't know. I was like, I don't know if that answered the question. It's just been such a fun arc to see. And so I have 2 others on my team, Hikari and Deborah, for Magical, and we just absolutely love and have always loved Harry Potter. And so I think just that's the recipe, right? And having people who are truly Harry Potter fans who love it are creating the things that we want. We literally create what we want, and then we're like, hope y'all love it. Like, whenever we get stuck on something, occasionally we like to tap into our unicorns, which is our.
I'm a unicorn.
You're a unicorn?
I'm a very proud unicorn. I love it. It's good.
And Alix, we can talk about that, what that is a little bit for anyone who's
Well, So I just wanted to circle back. When we started the Magical Crates in 2016, we started with year 1 to represent Harry's first year at Hogwarts. Yeah. And then every 6 months we did another crate that was the next year. And then we split year 7 to 2 crates. And so we had wrapped up in May our 7.2 crate, and we had already planned out the themes at that point for the next 5 subscription crates. So it really went from a specialty crate model to a reoccurring subscription box. And just because I think as we curated each box, there were these little like passion lists of like products that didn't make sense to divide up by themes that were like every year. Year 1 at Hogwarts. It was more like, with our Magical Alley crate, when you walk down Diagon Alley, it's not necessarily a year one crate because there's so much that happens at Hogwarts in that first book.
Yeah.
And so it was just really fun with this. We have so much more freedom with the subscription. So I think that that's part of the reason it's grown to what it is because people are so passionate about it. And we've been able to be flexible with our themes and give people what they're passionate about too. So our Lunicorn program, that's my department. I do marketing. So I'm the one who's trying to communicate to customers what the crates are. So Kelly makes these beautiful products and the heat is on for me to sell the products. And the Lunicorn group, we wanted to create a membership group that felt like a safe space. So Bookstagram, which I love, that's the space I'm on every day. And I love that community. But we wanted something that was a little bit more custom to LitJoy, not just an Instagram account, but something that was our community. And so that's why we started the Lunicorn program. And it kind of reminds me of like Amazon Prime membership or like a Costco membership. Like you get access to exclusive products, to deals, every product first. And so it was really fun to see so much of our magical community just jump right into the Lunicorn group. So I love my
it's a safe space because there's a lot of people that are Harry Potter fans and then the people around them aren't happy that they're Harry Potter fans or they're bullied for it and so on. And I have that a lot with people who follow me, is that they love the community, they love to feel like they belong. And with Lunicorn, I mean, I was introduced to Lunicorn by one of your other Lunicorns through Instagram. And I joined because I was desperately trying to get hold of the next crate. And if there was any kind of new items that were coming, obviously Lunicorns would get the first access, which I think is brilliant. And then what I didn't realise, obviously, is whenever you spend money on LitJoy, you actually get money back, which I've never seen that in a subscription box before. So because of my last crate, or my very first crate, I've now got $30 off my next crate, which is that's just amazing because that saves such a fortune and it's so brilliant that way. So the different things that you guys have come up with, you are leaps and bounds ahead of so many others out there. It's so lovely to see, and you're refreshing as well because there's nothing like you out there with the quality of your products, with the packaging alone. I mean, for me, as I said before, and if you guys are specified, packaging, the presentation is everything. I mean, to see a box and just something wrapped up in a piece of paper is just not the same. It's so important to see that packaging, especially with your last boxes. I've actually kept everything still inside the boxes because I think they just look so lovely as they are. It's so beautiful. So yeah, well done, you guys.
Thank you.
Fantastic job. How long have you, because LitJoy, I did do a little bit of research. You started with doing book crates. I mean, you still do book crates. How long has that been going on for? That's been quite a good while.
Yeah, so we actually launched with young adult. We also had like a board book and a picture book and a middle grade, kind of trying a lot of different products. And our customers just kind of identified themselves as young adult readers and Harry Potter fans. So we kind of have two different groups of customers. It's a lot of crossover, a lot of love for both. But we continue to do young adult genre. And so we have our young adult subscription box, which is growing, and it renews in February. So it's like become a quarterly crate along with the magical. And then we have a couple of special edition young adult and classic books that are coming out. So we kind of have like our special edition books and our YA and our magical. So we have we're like a juggling act of three different departments.
There's so much going on. It's just brilliant. Yeah. You can't get bored.
Love books.
5 years? Are we
it's our 5-year anniversary on February 5th.
Oh, have you got anything special planned? Because 5 years is pretty big milestone.
Not yet.
Alix, let's get on that.
Let's party.
They're booking the limousine now. Yes, we'll have the for that, and then party afterwards, right? Yeah.
We met at my book club. And so we've shown that once or twice, I think, through LitJoy, but I have a book club I've been running for about 15 years. And she was brought in, Alix was brought in from another member, and it worked out great. And we just didn't get a lot of time to talk. I knew Alix, we'd had a few casual chats, but we have kind of a large book club. So it was just around a year before we really got to talking, I feel like.
We weren't close friends is what she's saying. So when we weren't close friends, we just were friends through friends kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So we went up to, there's like this 5-star hotel that throws a conference up in downtown Salt Lake here in Utah. And she invited me to go to, it was like a blogger conference, you know, and so that's kind of our origin stories. We went up there to do that and just like did not stop talking book characters. And we always talk about the fact that our company was built on Sarah J. Maas's book, like A Court of Thorns and Roses, because we were like,
let's talk about Rowan. It wasn't a court, it was Thorn of Glass.
Okay, well, I think both, because I remember talking about Rowan and you were talking about, or I was talking about Resand and you were talking about Rowan, and I'm like, somehow 3 days later, we were still talking about it. And then, yeah, at that conference, that's when I had pitched the idea to Alix. I was like, I really want to do like a book club in a box. Like, I think that makes a lot of sense, you know, and that's kind of where it started. And then Alix was like, do it. And I'm all, do it with me. And that was
and I said yes.
Yeah. And like the next week we had a business license, and I was like, also, I don't know you yet other than your book character preferences. And it was like this happy marriage. Like, we lucked out big time in that we really like each other, because starting a company, it's a lot of time with each other for sure.
Yes, we definitely are married for sure.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, to answer your question, 5 years, but that's also when our relationship started. We tease about it all the time because our husbands are like, you guys know each other better than like we know you, and I'm like,
it's a relationship in book heaven.
Oh.
Well, we have to solve a lot of problems together on a daily basis, and so you grow really close to the person that you have to make a lot of executive decisions with. So, but we do have so one of the big differences between Box 1 and Box, you know, Magical Alley now is that we have a team of 19 employees. And so we're able to, and we have a lot more customers. We have a much larger community. So we're able to get, you know, more custom packaging because we can qualify to afford it with vendors. And, you know, so our products have been able to become more sophisticated as our company has grown. And I think we've just, you know, we've always tried to push the limits with like what's refreshing, what's new, what's exciting. Like the Lunicorns program is a membership program that no other subscription box is really doing in the bookish community, because we were like, well, how do we create something that nobody's doing with community right now? And our reward program is the same way. So anyone who shops with us gets rewards, they get that money back. And which is really, you know, that's not a new concept. A lot of companies have reward programs. And I think we've always just asked ourselves the question of like, well, why not us? You know, so we have a collaboration coming up. I can't announce it yet because it's happening in January. It's with a young adult author. We're very, very excited about it. It's a very custom experience. And that just started because Kelly and I were like, this is like our favorite. We would love to do this with this author. And I was like, well, why the freak not? You know? And so I think that just kind of keeps us going, as we're always kind of like, well, what would be our dream product or our dream project? And
that's good. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to ask you actually. What, if anything, you can tell us about 2021 with the Wizardry subscription boxes? Anything exciting that you can kind of hint to, maybe?
I don't know. I know. A lot of spoilers. We give away everything.
Yeah, I was like, if you're in our Lunicorn group, you get our monthly lives, and we're like notorious for giving out spoilers. And I'm always like,
I saw the end of Green Gables like 2 months early. I'm all, oh my gosh.
Well, so our themes have all been announced. You know, we just did our Magical Alley. Our Burrow Crate is coming up next in January.
And it's on sale now.
Talk about that actually. The Weasley Light Box. The add-on? Yes. How is that an add-on? That is just incredible.
Oh, yes, the alley. I was like,
shop.
Sorry,
yes. Sorry. The Weasley shop.
Okay, this journey began on Pinterest because you can buy kits to do these like 3-dimensional wood alleys that you build them like a dollhouse, right? Where you like glue the wood in. And we were like, how do we do that but like accessible? Because not every person, and the majority of people are not going to craft and paint a 3-dimensional world. And we wanted it to look like, okay, imagine you're on your bookshelf, but you could just step into a book. Like, what if you on your bookshelf could just walk through an alley into a book? And then we partnered with Rosie. Once Rosie said yes, we were like, it's going to happen. Rosie does paper art. And so we wanted to create something that feels like you're stepping into a book, stepping into a story, but it's so much more accessible as those light boxes, because you get the product finished.
It is out of this world. I mean, one of my favorite music videos, it's one where Natasha Bedingfield, and she's singing, and she's basically a book climbing this huge mountain. They did it differently in America. They had her in a lift talking to people in America, but in the UK, it was like the storybook cartoon, and she was a book climbing this huge mountain, and it had to go through all these trouble and turmoil, and it was just, and the idea of kind of a book coming alive or being able to step into a book. I've got a big imagination, so I'm really bad.
I'm like, must everything in the UK be better?
It is.
At the moment, I'm sure you've got better weather than us, so.
We've
just got nothing but storms.
What was that? Sorry?
We've just got nothing but storms at the moment, so your weather's bound to be better than us, so you're doing okay there.
Well, I'm like, we live in Utah, so it's not exactly ideal weather, but
I'm like, it's cloudy and snowy, you know. Like that. It's magical, and it's not just inversion, and it's snowing, and it's pretty.
Oh, I love snow. We just have rain.
So I was like, I'm trying to think about sneak peeks. I don't even know.
Okay, so the themes, there's the burrow, and then in April we have our Big 7 crate, which will feature one item from Harry, Ron, Hermione, Neville, Ginny, Draco, and Luna. So there's one item in that crate. You know for sure you're getting 7 items, one representing each of those characters. And then there's the Magical Classes crate coming up July, April, May, June.
Magic Classes. Well, that's what we just finished.
I don't know anything about that, actually.
It's July.
Yeah, she just finished in that one. So I'm like,
it's so fast. Yeah, it took us like one meeting, and we're like done. It was fun. And then Fantastic Beasts.
Oh,
Fantastic Beasts in for our winter crate, or it'll be fall crate.
In ships in November. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's so exciting.
Okay, so I will say, in the burrow crate, there's a wearable.
Okay.
And there is an item that is both a replica and useful. It's a replica you can use every day. There is, what's that?
I'm just looking at the items.
Yep.
To the camera around.
This crate was so fun together, and that's why we I think a couple people wanted us to do more for the Wizard Weezes shop, like for Diagon Alley, but I was like, you guys, we literally create an entire crate around the Weasleys coming up, so I'm like, just get ready for it, you know. But I mean, everyone I think has already seen a few of our spoilers, which we've been posting spoilers.
Oh, the keys, the Weasley shop key. Oh my god.
Shop key with the little light on it. We were like,
is there a little light on it as well?
The star, the flashlight.
It's a puffy star, and it's a flashlight if you push on it, because all of their stuff is like so gizmo, fun, tricky. And so we were talking with our designer Amelia, and she's like, let's do this. So
wow, and I have to say the Weasley Wizard, the Burrow one, the Burrow key is beautiful with the wax seal on the top, because it's a weasel, isn't there? Their animal's a weasel, their wax seal.
Yes.
That's lovely. It's so beautiful.
Like I said, in person it's so fun because it's all rickety like their house, like all the little like wood slats together and everything. It's darling.
It's just your stuff. I just can't get over it.
It has the key fob on there too, for the car, the Angela.
The Ford Anglia.
Yeah. The Ford.
Wow.
And so there's 2 that they're add-ons. They don't come in the crates. And if we have any left over, we put them in our shop. So I think you can still buy the first 2, which is Borgin and Bert. Yeah. So those are still there. But I'm wondering, can we spoil one of the keys from the
Big 7?
Okay. Maybe we'll spoil just the name of it, and don't tell anyone except for your entire YouTube audience. That's it.
I promise.
You want me to? Which one? I'm like, do I get to pick?
Yeah, you pick the one. I can't. I know what they all are. I just don't remember which one goes with which crate.
For the Big 7, there was 2 reasons why we picked these 2 keys. So I will pick the one. We are doing one that is based off of a wand shop, and it has some really cool moving parts, and it's beautiful. Yes,
the moving parts are amazing.
So I'm like, So
wow! That's so
exclusive access right here. So that'll be fun. Oh my gosh, you guys! I also want to say for the Burrow crate, I absolutely am obsessed with the product card on this one. It's so fun, and all of our product cards, as you know, are very designed. Totally, almost like one of the items in the crate, and this one is like blowing my mind.
One for the Magical Alley, that was incredible.
Oh, I have all of our. I'll pull our product cards. Hold on.
So we always want to make sure that everything that goes in there feels very cohesive and like it's an item in the crate. And again, Tim designed our product cards, and he's amazing.
It's lovely because you don't want to get rid of them.
One of our product cards.
So these was in our 7.2 crate, right? The Daily Profit.
Wow, I hadn't seen
our product card for 7.2.
Most people in their unboxings did not realize that was actually the spoiler card for a long time because it's such a replica. But everything in there is information about what's in the crate.
We did the Quibbler for our year 5.
Oh my god!
Super fun.
I can't believe these.
I'm like, I love them. Oh, this is 3. Like, remember 3? We did a Marauders map for them.
Yes. We did a Marauders map with all of our products.
That is so remarkable.
Aw. These are so fun. Oh, we did a pamphlet for the dark. We did, so it says LitJoy crate, but it was an Easter egg because it actually goes like this. And it says there.
Oh my god, that is, how many people actually got there? Did they realize that?
I don't know. Designers, we just worked with them. That is Stephanie who did that. She's like, I have an Easter egg in there. But Stephanie loves Easter eggs. Oh, we have Dumbledore's will. Let me go get that. There is a fun Easter egg in that one.
Oh yeah, we do little Easter eggs.
Amazing.
Yeah, Dumbledore will product card. And it just keeps unfolding. But
was that
this line Kelly's
crate?
That was our 6?
Yeah, 6. Oh my god, that is amazing.
So on this one, there's these signatures right here, and those are actually our witch.
Wizards.
Our witch and wizard name. We took a quiz to figure out your witch name. So mine is Agatha Abbott, and then Deborah's was Daisy Hooch, and then Kelly's is Kendra Denley Podmores.
Oh my goodness, they are just incredible. Normally you get little cards, and you chuck it away with the box because it just has a little bit of writing on it. But they're like actual prop replicas. I mean, I'm a collector first and foremost. So things like that are, in my eyes, worth keeping, worth collecting. I actually said in the video the unboxing I did of yours, that as a collector, because I've got the biggest collection in the world, but my collection is worth an absolute silly amount of money because I've been collecting for almost 20 years. But with LitJoy, the items that you guys produce are items that will indeed go up in value. Depending on the theme of those items, they will rise in value. So as I said to people in the video, they have to keep watching, especially collectors. They need to keep an eye on LitJoy because you guys are amazing. But yeah, you guys, the quality, the subjects that you're coming up with, I mean, as I said, as a collector, they are definitely things to watch and things that you'll probably see. The Always file that you did for the 7.2, that was probably one of the main things that made me subscribe to LitJoy in the first place. And that now goes for people who maybe at the moment they are selling their items because they're maybe hard up and so on, which is happening at the moment. That vial is going for a ridiculous amount of money. So
is it really?
It is indeed, yes. I got it that way, and I did pay. Well, I paid the equivalent to you is about $90.
Oh my gosh!
That one, and that was cheap. That actually was cheap. They were going for more than that. So just to let you know, in a collector side, that you're doing really well.
Thank you. I mean, we try and put collectibles. That's kind of, we have like our add-on collections, and then we have the spell coins that are in the crates that people can collect, and then we do like our replicas, and so that makes me so happy that we're doing something that people love. Very much so, and people want to collect as well. So if you look at LitJoy on eBay as well, that's a good place to look. I'm like,
yeah.
How much is that going for?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
There are some things that like we know we'll never bring back, and we have seen. One of them is our Lord of the Rings mini teacup. That is
beautiful.
a unicorn item. People are obsessed with it. So.
I am. I've loved Lord of the Rings, but I actually had this for Christmas, which is the Lothlorien candle holder from
yes.
I got the necklace and the display for Christmas. I love Lord of the Rings, but I've never actually collected until recently. So I got the spoon from LitJoy, the Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings spoon's actually in my Gringotts there. So my Niffler loves it. Well, I think I should let you guys go. I've held you for so long now, but thank you so very much for doing this for me. This has been brilliant, and it'll go live tomorrow at 7 here, so it'll be early for you. It'll be about 12 o'clock, I think, with you. So thank you so much, and congratulations, and I will get the address off you and I will send the trophy to you. Well, next year will be bigger, so hopefully you'll get that one as well.
Thank you. I'm like, obviously we love to talk about it, so we love to talk magical, we love to talk with wonderful people like you. Thank you for nominating us in the first place. I don't know how it ran, but I'm just like, thank you.
I'm very honored.
Absolutely deserve it. Honestly, I wasn't shocked at the result. I've got to be honest. I wasn't surprised. It was kind of an obvious one, especially after your 7.2 crate. It had a lot of chat. It did well. Well, have a fantastic day for both of you, and a happy new year to you as well.
Thank you. You too.
And I will speak to you very soon. I'll let you go. Okay. Take care, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Want to check out more of my content? Take a look at this video right here or this video right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe.